Yes, definitely a new era. And yes, this is Salam Media. This is Friday Night Live with me, Stina. It's time for our next talking point in the world of sports. We're discussing football and the Manchester Derby that's coming up this weekend. And we are going to be talking to Malana Sulaiman Patel out in Middleburg. We are going to be discussing, obviously, the build-up and the hype for this weekend's football match. That takes place. And lots of fans, lots of critics, lots of former players, pundits alike are going to be sharing their viewpoints and talking points. And we want to join now Malana Sulaiman Patel, inshallah, to give us his talking points as well. Okay, we're just waiting for Maulana to come on. Assalamu alaikum to you, Maulana. Good evening. And Jummah Mubarak to you as well.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Same to you, Brother Sarfaaraz.
Great stuff. It's great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time tonight. Alhamdulillah, it's been a good week. Another day of Jummah has passed by. First things first, obviously, the Manchester Derby takes place over the weekend. A massive match in football, in European and English football as well. As I mentioned, a lot of pundits alike, football fans, former players, coaches, they'll be giving their viewpoints and talking points now, like tonight and tomorrow during the build-up to the game. If we look back at the midweek performances of both teams and we look at the Champions League performances of both teams, what do you make of them both coming into the match? We've seen Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side being thrashed and humbled by the RB Leipzig, but also they fought back with a 3-2 loss. It was a bit too late, many were saying. We've also seen where Eric Garcia and Ilkay Gundogan are perhaps doubts for Manchester City, and Aguero has been left out of Pep Guardiola's plans. So what do you make from this week's midweek performances coming into the derby?
I think, although I'm a United fan, but going into the derby, I think the only result should be a draw for both the teams because, like you said and alluded to early on in the week, both the teams didn't do too well, especially United. But even City didn't do too well as well, but they managed to win. But having said that, we just look at the Premier League performances of both the teams, and they have been very good, and especially United with away form. They really, I think, 9-10 games already on the bounce that they have been winning. So they might just create upset tomorrow at City's ground tomorrow, I hope. Let's just wait and see what happens.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, obviously, we do know that, both teams on paper are solid, strong. Eric Garcia and Ilkay Gundogan, they seem like they are doubts. We see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is expected to recall Fred, given he has appeared in 14 of 17 matches across all competitions. So this shows consistency. You think Pogba would be in that lineup to start the match, or would he be used as a sub in the lineup?
I think they might just start him off because of his good performance that he did midweek as well. So they might bring him on, but I'm amazed with Solskjaer's rotation of the team. He's got one team for 1 week, and then next week he's got another team. So it's a bit difficult to understand what he's up to. And if you look at Martial and Cavani, I think they are doubtful for tomorrow. I think they are both injured. So that is another key issue as well. And we know in the last few weeks how Cavani has done for United, coming on as a sub and doing excellent. So if they start Pogba, I think it will do some good things for United because he really, rotates the game around him and he does really well. So if he starts off, it will be a great boost for United. But if he comes on later on in the game and if United are losing, I don't know, it might be a bit difficult or might be too late because Solskjaer, a few of the games that I've seen, he brings on the subs too late in the game and they can't, do their best in 10, 15 minutes. They need more time.
Yes.
So Fred is good also. He has been left out, I don't know for whatever reason. But I think he needs to bring in Matic as well as Juan Mata because those guys are really the key players for United. And whenever they play, for United, and they move the ball around. They make a great and big difference in the United team.
Now, you mentioned Matic and Mata, but we also look at Scott McTominay. Obviously, he's coming with that hunger and that desire. And then we look at the likes of Bruno Fernandes, who's also, coming with hunger and desire for that. We're looking at, a squad where they have the zeal and the zest, but they're locking horns for the 183rd time tomorrow with 1 point and one place separating both teams. Both clubs have obviously enjoyed disappointing starts to the respective campaign, and they obviously want to begin to climb the table in recent weeks. And having said that, if you told Man United fans at the beginning of 2020 or 2021 that they would go into the first derby of the season more than a quarter way of the campaign sitting above Man City in the table, they would have no doubt taken that position. Now, we've seen the likes of Alex Telles on that wing, and he's coming with consistent crossing, and he's, feeding the ball fantastically into the center of the pitch. However, Martial's form is a bit of a drop. We've seen him doubtful as he's inconsistent. United still need a number 9. You think now coming into the January transfer window, Solskjaer would make this now a number 1 priority, even though we've got the likes of Edinson Cavani in his lineup?
Yeah, I think he might look at it, but like I said also just now, we don't understand Solskjaer, the way he's thinking is very different to everybody else. When you think he's going to do something, he does a total opposite. So also, I don't know if we have followed in the week after or even prior to United's game in the week against Leipzig, there was some issue with regards to Pogba that his agent has mentioned that he might leave and whatever. So even though what all that said on Wednesday evening, we find that he really played well as well. So even with McTominay, I think he's not the same like how he was last year. He did really well, maybe because of game time. Maybe that's the issue with him not doing too well. But Telles did excellent. His crossing is really good on the wing as well. So I think also for tomorrow, if I was a coach, I would have put De Gea on the bench and give Henderson the first derby and the first taste of it, because at the moment, if you look at De Gea's form, is really dropping as well. So I hope that he starts Pogba. Was Fred Bruno also doing well, and he's also received the man of the player of the month for November because of his sterling performances with assists and goals, etc. So I just hope Solskjaer does these kind of changes for tomorrow, because that's a really massive game compared to any other game in the Premier League, because it's City, and like you said, United are 1 point ahead of City, so they got that extra boost. But again, a derby is such that you don't know which way it goes. It's the way whichever team starts off strong. So if City starts off strong and they score 1-2 goals very quickly, it's going to be difficult for United. But again, if you look at in the past 3 weeks, United games against West Ham and Southampton, from 2-0 down, they came and won 3-2 and 3-1 respectively. So City is going to be a tough one. But I still got that firm conviction that I think United is going to pull it off tomorrow because of the setback that they got in the week, and to reassure their fans that really we're going to go all out for the Premier League for the season.
Now, you're talking about Manchester City, and Rio Ferdinand believes that Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola has seen something that everyone else didn't when he signed Ferran Torres over the summer, right? They obviously completed the signing of Torres from Valencia in the summer for around about 20 million pound. And the Spanish youngster has hit the ground running at the Etihad. Now, the 20-year-old has scored 6 goals in all competitions under Guardiola, and he's already played in numerous positions, all right, in the attacking trio as well. Now, the Spain forward found the net in City's comfortable 3-0 victory over Marseille in the Champions League, handing the hosts the lead at the empty Etihad. Riyad Mahrez's solo run also opened up some space for Torres, who made a clever run. We're seeing a link up between Riyad Mahrez, Ferran Torres, and we also see Sterling on that left flank coming in there. What do you make of that?
Yeah, no, they really coming to the party, and if they click again tomorrow, it's going to be very, very difficult for the United defense to sort out Mahrez and Torres as well as Sterling, because if
Mm.
they don't sort that out, it's going to be very, very difficult evening for them tomorrow. But we just have to wait and see which team starts off well. And if you look at, like I said early on in the last 2-3 games, United didn't start off too well, and then they come on and they won against Southampton and West Ham, but they tried their luck again in the week, but it didn't happen for them. It was about too late. Those two
Now, in
goals
the
that came in.
latest news that's come in, obviously, Anthony Martial is fit for the Man United clash, but Edinson Cavani requires a fitness test ahead of the derby. If Cavani were to play, what impact would he have on the team if Cavani does start tomorrow?
I think Cavani brings different kind of thing to the team when he comes on. The youngsters like Greenwood and all the rest of it, might most probably learning from him. And if you look at him, although at his age, the moves that he makes in the front is outstanding. He's so fast, moving in and going behind the defenders or in front of the defenders to make those moves. So
His
if he
pace.
comes on tomorrow, I think it will be good for the team, and they'll have that motivation, and they might just pull off that unsuspected or unexpected victory against Man City tomorrow.
It will be interesting to see. Well, Molana, before we let you go, what's your predictions on the game? What do you call it?
I said it in the beginning. It will be, although I'm a United fan, I'll go for a draw. That will be better for both the teams. But
One
again,
all or 2-2?
yeah, 1-1, yeah. But if United starts off well, I think then United win. And whoever starts off well, if City starts off well, City will win. So whoever plays well tomorrow and starts off the game well, they're going to be the winners tomorrow. But again, this is my team, and I hope they do well for me tomorrow.
Well, that's where we will leave it tonight. We hope you enjoy the game as much as obviously we're all anticipating. And we'll chat, inshallah, in the week and catch up on the weekend's progress. You have yourself an awesome weekend and take care. Jazakallah khair.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khairan, and thank you again, and Jazakallah for having me on your show. It's always a pleasure.
Ameen. Jazakallah khair, Maulana Sulaiman Patel. They're talking to us about the Manchester derby clashes. What are your score predictions? You can comment below as well, or you can send through your feedback on the WhatsApp line on 061 rather 7660355. It brings us now to 8 p.m. Time for a quick ad break, and when I come back, we are going to be talking to Jan from Marlon, and we're discussing the new cybercrime bill. So stay tuned and keep it locked to Silla Media.